So we've done a bunch of things to try and get ourselves a faster internet connectivity, faster Wi-Fi. We've changed router settings, we've changed DNS, we've changed channels, we've disabled a whole bunch of stuff on our computers. We've even installed an app on our phones to try and do internet bonding. All of those will be up here in the cards in case you missed any of those. So today we're going to try a hardware solution. I've always been interested in this thing called Powerline, where you use your home electricity to try and get you a better network, a better connectivity within your house, which means you get to your router faster, which means you go out onto the internet even quicker. Do they work? Well, only one way to find out is to go ahead and do it. Let's go. And welcome to another episode of Talking Tech with the Techie Guy. My name's Liron Segev, where I make tech simple. If you're into phones, gadget apps, tips and tricks and how to, without all that geek talk, and yes, I do talk a lot with my hand, hit that subscribe button and let's get on to today's show. So the whole concept behind Powerline is the fact that it uses your home's internal electricity circuits to run its data signals on top of it. Now you have two devices, one by your router, which you plug in other words, you're getting a wired connectivity between your router and the wall. And then on the other side of the house where you're lacking connectivity or you want to get a more stable connectivity, that's when you plug the other side of it from their network cable into your laptop and or into your PlayStation or your smart TV, and you should get a nice fast speed. Now this guy is rated at 600 megabits per second with the home plug and a 300 megabits per second Wi-Fi range extender. Well, there's only one way to find out if it works or not, is to actually install it. Let's go for it. This is the TPLink 300 megabits per second Wi-Fi range extender with the AV600 Powerline edition. This is a kit format, so you get both components inside the box. Let's look on the side. It's just a whole bunch about the fact that it's plug and play. Okay, we'll test that for sure. On the back, Wi-Fi auto sync for a unified powerful network. Essentially, you can give it the same SSID as your current network, and then your computers, your devices will simply log in when they cannot access your main router. So this is pretty neat. Okay, let's unbox this thing and see what we get in this kit. Blah, blah, blah. Now, okay, so this is the first unit, one button, bunch of LEDs, it would seem. Okay, at the bottom, you get your network port, which is what you connect to your router. And then, of course, you're going to be able to plug this in. Okay, this is the range extender bit, a bunch of more LEDs, because this has to sync and you have to tell you about that. Oh, good, two network ports, a pairing button, and a reset button. Okay, on the top, you're going to get this little sticker. Don't lose that. That is your username and password to be able to log in to this Wi-Fi range extender. Don't lose that. Okay, what else do you get in the box? You get two network cables. You get some instructions. Basically, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, seems pretty straightforward. Let's give that a bash. Okay, let's begin by plugging it in. And you're going to see some LEDs flashing. There we go. Now, waiting for the second LED there. Okay, perfect. So now it's basically ready. Let's plug the other one in. This is the range extender. And I'm not going to fit next to it. Okay, let's do it upside down. Not a problem. Now I like to do this in the same room because now I can make sure that everything is working and I can see that it's all talking to each other. So it's ready to start. All right. First task is now to pair the two devices. We do that by simply holding this button down and it will start to flash, and then pressing the other button on the top here, the pairing button. We're going to do it within 2 minutes, and then you'll see it starts to flash. And essentially what it's doing now, it's going through the circuit of my house, the electric circuit, and actually looking for each other. It actually can take a couple of minutes, so don't stress if you don't see this pairing immediately. This will take a bit of time. Essentially, we're waiting for this light over there to come on. Then we know that the two are actually talking to each other. There we go. Okay, so the LED is on in both places. We know now we have a paired device. The two can talk to each other. That is brilliant. Okay, next up, let's disconnect this from the wall. Let's walk it over to where the router is. And there we go. There's my router. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the back and I'm going to look for the network port on the back. I've got a spare one, luckily. Okay, there it is. And now we're going to connect that to this device. So let's do that. The big idea here is that you're not relying on Wi-Fi. You're connecting the router straight into the home plug, that it connects into the wall. You're taking the second component, the part with the range extender on it, stick it into your office, waiting for that to hook up, hooking up your network cable from that box into your laptop, and now technically you should get a nice fast speed. But first thing first, let's make sure we connected. So there we go. I've connected to my network cable. No Wi-Fi is connected. And the first thing I'm going to do is I want to test that I actually do have internet access. This is going to show me that this is actually working. So you saw now Wi-Fi was connected, only the LAN cable is connected, and there we go. There's my blog that's opened up, no problem. All right, now that we know we've got connectivity, let's run good old speedtest.net. Now, this is obviously not going to test the speed between me and the router. This is going to test the speed between me, the router, and then the internet. But at least it gives me some indication of have I got any improvement. So here I can already see 38.59 down and 11.25 as an upload speed. Okay, so I'm not blown away. So let's see what else I can do. Alright, let's go connect now to the Wi-Fi network. Let's see what kind of speed I would get had I not bought this device, had this not even arrived. So this is my good old normal Wi-Fi. Let's go back to speedtest.net and see what kind of speed I'm getting. Okay, so it's a little bit slower. Okay, it's okay. So there's a difference. You can see there, if I just stuck on my 2.4 gigahertz, it's only going to give me this kind of connectivity. Right, let's do another test. This time, I'm actually going to connect wirelessly to this range extender. Because remember, this is a range extender. It's not just a power line to power line. So I'm going to connect this to the Wi-Fi. And let's run another speedtest.net. Okay, so not blown away. I mean, I'm not getting anywhere near the 300 megabits per second, which is supposed to be 22. Okay, this is basically normal. What else can we do? Let's connect to my 5 gigahertz speed, and of course this is going to blow this right out of the water. Yeah, not even a comparison. So frankly, I'm not impressed. The home plug says on the box 600 megabits per second. The Wi-Fi range extender is supposed to give me 300 megabits per second, and I'm not getting anywhere near that. Let me try download their utility, which you can get from their website, and here it is. Now you can clearly see it recognizes the device. It recognizes that the speed between it is pretty poor. Now this could be because of the wiring on this house, and then of course they say you need to be on the same circuit, which I really don't understand, because the idea of a range extender is that you can work from a different location. Alright, what else can we play in here? Not much options besides maybe switching off the LED. What about firmware? Okay, this has got the latest firmware. I did check on the website. You always check the firmware version on your devices, because by the time you get them, they could have updated the firmware. If you needed to update yours, then you go to the advanced tab, and then here we go. This is, you got some options on the left side to be able to update that. I do see some QoS stuff here that you can maybe try do. Let me change it to this, to the internet, and then let's go rerun the speed test. Maybe it needs to be just optimized of some degree of caliber. Yeah, I think I'm clutching at straws, but let's give it a benefit of a doubt. Let's give that a bash. Let's go to speed test, and yeah, okay. So a little bit fast, but nowhere near the 600 megabits or near the 300 megabits. So that's pretty disappointing. To be honest, I expected this to perform a lot better. Now it can be the wiring in this old house that maybe just not able to handle it. It also says you've got to be on the same circuit, but realistically, if you're trying to extend your range, you're not going to be on the same circuit. Alright, we tried, and alas, it was not to be. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you're new here, welcome. Hit the head below to subscribe. If you like this kind of fun, exciting experiments, which sometimes don't go right, that's okay too. Check out some of these other cool videos all about internet speed and a whole bunch of other stuff over here, and I'll see you over there.